Yo, folks, this is Andre, the Game Idea Guy, and this is something I want to talk about because I've talked similarly about things like this before, and this time, unfortunately, it hit close to home. Because for those of you that don't know, just because you might have just been out the loop for a little while, or you may not follow his channel, my podcast brother / partner Sandstorm had his channel erased by YouTube. Problem being that his account / channel was hacked, and then somebody tried to put up something that was too adult in nature, and it got his whole channel completely wiped from the platform. And when I had heard about it, I immediately made the short video because I was upset and didn't think it was right that his channel got wiped out. And at the time, I didn't know the complete circumstances. I just thought that there may have been like a major glitch that happened. But we did come on later and learn that his channel got wiped because someone tried to put up adult imagery on his channel. And for those that did follow him, y'all know that his channel was nothing but gaming and positivity for the most part. Like, yeah, people cut up jokes, but people cut up jokes all the time. That's nothing to create a negative space. That's basically just letting the steam off. But YouTube's team was reached out to through Twitter, which is a crappy means to have to reach out to them through. But they were reached out to. He got in contact with them. He was able to communicate with them just to find out that there was nothing that was going to be able to be done for his channel. Nothing. And I've witnessed bigger content creators be in similar situations and be allowed to recover their stuff. I've seen it happen. I've watched it happen to multiple different people I follow. So for me to know that I can see a person that has 200,000 subscribers have their channel wiped out through the same type of situation, and they could contact YouTube through different social media means, that they may even have a direct handler they can contact. I see them get their stuff back. I see them be allowed to get their stuff back. But it comes down to Sandstorm because he had yet to breach 500 subscribers. He was actually pretty close. He wasn't but a few subscribers off. But to see that happen, like to see his channel just get wiped, and I'm sitting here like, well, message received. Message clearly received. We don't matter to you. It's supposed to be YouTube. The you being the person making the content. YouTube. But we don't matter to you. The you in the YouTube doesn't matter. And I would love for someone to correct me and actually make that make sense to me and say, hey, no, you do matter. We'll help out anyone. Doesn't matter what level their channel is. It doesn't matter how big or small their channel is. We'll help you as well. But I keep seeing that that's not the case. I've talked about this before, like very recently even, with the stuff that bigger content creators do. Bigger people on the platform do these disgusting, nefarious things. But they don't get the punishment for doing the disgusting, nefarious things. That punishment comes down to everyone below them. We're the ones that catch the brunt of that. Otherwise, people like Logan Paul, SS Sniper Wolf, Dr. Disrespect, they wouldn't be on the platform. Heck, Logan or Jake Paul wouldn't be on the platform for that fact of the matter. And the bad thing is, I'm not mad that YouTube will give preferential treatment to some people. I'm more mad that there isn't like at least a level of good treatment that everyone gets. I understand that you have to kind of curtail yourselves a little bit to your bigger creators. I get it. I get that they deserve a little bit of special treatment because of the positions that they got themselves in. With the exception of certain things that people may have done when it comes down to dealing with children. I'll never be okay with that. But if it's something like somebody made a bonehead mistake or said or did something that they probably shouldn't have said or did, again, that bars anything dealing with minors, I'd be okay letting them recover, letting them bounce back, and letting them relatively get out of things unscathed. Well, dealing with minors and certain charges that can come up, I should say. Because I want to make sure I cover that, because knowing how people are, there's going to be some smart aleck out there to be like, oh, so you think it's okay to go ahead and grope people inappropriately. Not saying that. But I wanted to make sure I covered that base. Look, I'm more upset for Sandstorm than I think he even is, to be honest. Because I just see this mistreatment as being completely unfair, an unfair way to treat other smaller people. Because even if YouTube was only its bigger creators, eventually that would fizzle out for people. And that would create a space where people were like, well, there's nobody that's kind of down on my level that I'm interested in. And it will become just like network TV, which is why people left dealing with network TV in the first place. It's frustrating. That's going to become my new phrase for 2024. It's frustrating. Or maybe it has already become my new phrases. I swear I've said that so many times this year. I just would like that there is a level of protection for those of us that aren't having the golden light shine down on them when it comes to being on this platform. And I still think that there should be a competitor to YouTube of a similar caliber. Now, it's going to take a while for that to happen. Because I swear the closest things right now are either BitChute or BitChute. I know I saw Rumble. Goodness. Like, what's the word? I'm thinking of the logo. Couldn't think of the name. BitChute and Rumble are, I think, are close. Mines may also be close. Locals is... I haven't really dived or dove into locals. Sorry. Don't mind me. My words don't work today, apparently. I haven't really dove into locals, so I don't really know what locals is like. But I've heard it's kind of like I think it's kind of like forums slash, I want to say Patreon. I think that's kind of what it's like. Not exactly sure. Again, I haven't really gone on there. I might though. I might end up making a page on there just to have as a backup. For stuff here, or maybe even for stuff that I've created but haven't released and just said, screw it, I'm not going to put that out, and I might still have some of that stuff around. Who knows? But it's becoming more and more apparent that people need to keep a backup channel, either one on the platform or two somewhere else. And myself, I've started doing that. I've started putting my stuff other places. Actually, I get back into uploading to Rumble because I was having it automatically go from YouTube over to Rumble, but apparently that got nixed by YouTube, so I'd have to manually upload. Their process isn't hard or strenuous, so this video may not get the traction because I mentioned them. Thinking about it. Okay, Dre, you shot yourself in the foot there. It's too late. Too late. I'm already on this path. Might as well keep going. Either way, I think it just makes more sense to have other stuff to back up what you're doing. Also, I don't know if Sandstorm does it. I would think he does because he's tech savvy. But if you're going to be creating any content on any digital platform, please make sure you have backups of your stuff. I have a catalog's worth of videos from years past that I have copies of for myself. When I first started out, I wasn't making copies of everything. I would make the video, upload the video, and delete. I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. Just because it leaves too much room for error. And I'd like to be able to fix stuff. So, yeah. This sucks. This really sucks. It sucks a lot. Because I want there to be positive things to be said about this. I want there to be good things to be said about this. But it's just like this particular situation lends no credence to positivity in that way. And I'm just thinking like, the only other thing that could come out of this that could be really good is that now that he has a new channel, it hits the new version of the algorithm, and he might pick up steam way better than with his other channel, his original. And Sandstorm has made a second channel, which I will link in the description. I will link it in the description so that anybody wanting to go over and subscribe to him, please do. Man makes great content, interesting discussions. I've been part of several of them, so it's worth having it. And I think honestly, he deserves to have his subscriber count jump up. And maybe if enough people hit it, enough people subscribe fast enough, the algorithm will say, "Oh, this is somebody who's interesting to people. Let's get him up there. Let's put him out to more people." That's kind of the hope I have. That's the silver lining I see in this. Because his channel was wrongly taken down, it doesn't make him ineligible to make a new channel. Which, again, he did. But it also makes me wonder what would happen for my stuff, my own channel. I'm a one-man show over here. like what would happen to mine? I mean, ultimately, if I went through that same thing, I'd probably do the same thing he did and just make a new channel and call it a day. Especially when you find out they're not going to change anything, they're not going to reverse a decision. At that point, might as well go ahead and just go ahead and start working on another one. I think also this should be done for us smaller channels, and I don't know why I didn't think about it before. But like once a month, someone should do an Internet Archive version of your channel. Like go onto the Wayback Machine, add your stuff, like add your link there for your channel for it to be currently updated. That would be a good thing to do. I mean, yeah, it doesn't make it perfect and you may miss some stuff, but doing it that way would allow people to be able to still get that content if it got lost to this type of situation. So I think that might be a path to also start following. That way, if something does happen, you can retrieve stuff just in case you don't have like direct backups of it. Might be a little bit more roundabout that way, but it'll still do what it does. I should have thought about this a while ago too, because I have the Wayback Machine has copies of my my posts and my editorials that were on Yahoo Voices. I didn't even think about that at all. So that's probably going to be something I do. I probably will start doing that for myself. Start doing Wayback Machine versions of my channel. And other people have done it, so it's not like it's an impossible thing to do. But again, it's just general frustration and just seeing how a lack of being big does you so horrible in this space. If you're the little guy, you don't matter until you're the big guy. Then you do matter. But not everybody gets to be the big guy. So you should still matter either way. It's worse to think of it in this context. But in the mafia, they care more about their grounds, their people at the bottom of the pack, than social media does. If somebody's thinking about that, just think it through. The mafia cares more about the people at the bottom of the rungs for them than they do on social media. That's something to think about. And that thought had just occurred to me. Also, anybody who has any ties to any form of the mafia, I don't want to smoke with y'all. I'm just pointing out something. So don't make me a target on any list. I am cool staying out of whatever conflict y'all got going on, except within video games. That's it. Oh, man. So, again, the link to Sandstorm's new channel will be in the description of this video. So, if you would like to support Sandstorm, help his channel regrow because of the egregious situation that happened to him, please head right on over and subscribe and show support for his channel. Because again, what happened to him was wrong. It wasn't his fault. His channel was wrongly taken down. And it just so happened to coincide with him playing Black Myth on stream. So it was a confusing situation for everybody. And I would like to see that he gets back to where he was and even exceeds that, hopefully in a short amount of time. So please, people, head on over, subscribe to Sandstorm's channel. And if you're not subscribed here, subscribe here. I'm going to have to start asking for people to subscribe. I keep forgetting to do that. But please, show support for the man, for his channel, for the people that represent him and work with him. Let's get them back to the way they were. Let's get them beyond that. Come on. Come on now. We can do it. But other than that, thank you guys very much for listening in. Keep your eyes and ears up for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games and peace out, everybody.